Organizers of the Philippine Autocross Championship Series held an awards night for the overall and class champions of the 2018 season. We were honored to be there to witness the event and took the opportunity to talk with some of the awardees and ask them to review in their own words their performances in the 2018 Autocross season, as well as to talk about their motorsports plans for 2019. It was a fun and raucous night at the Olibar in Manila when Philippine Autocross Championship Series organizers hosted the awards night for the overall and class champions of 2018. And because autocross is one of many local motorsports disciplines that account for many crossovers among drivers, that is, drivers crossing over to compete in different series championships in 2018, many of who's who of local motorsports showed up at the awards night. It was banners galore all throughout the night as the awardees are called to receive trophies, plaques, and prizes. Race Weekend engaged some of those at the awards to review in their own words their 2018 autocross season, starting off with Kalina, who was competing in the novice class in his first year of full-time competitive racing. Of course, he came to the awards night straight from school.
Actually, yung 2018 ko, yun lang yung first year na nag-focus ako sa motorsports eh. So, nag-podium rin ako sa autocross, yun nga lang, di nag-champion. Pero sa ibang racing series din, like Force, nag-champion naman ako, kaya blessing din.
Competing mainly in the novice stock C class, Cody had a relatively competitive season, finishing first in class in 3 of the 8 rounds, including the final round where he earned double points, and second in 2 rounds. And where did he do his best rounds?
For me, ang the best talaga is May Kawayan. Kasi mas technical yung racetrack eh.
And what about his worst round?
Ang worst ko yung sa Santa Rosa, yung naligaw-ligaw ako. Nung 6th round, sobrang naligaw ako noon. Pero sa awa ng Diyos, tinukan din ako nila JJ kasi late na rin ako noon eh. So, pag-aralan ko rin yung track layout and yun, naka-podium rin ako kahit papaano.
Cody appears to be motivated to do better in 2019.
I'm planning to change my engine kasi siguro aangat na rin ako ng class, hindi na rin ako sa novice stock if ever magpalit ako ng engine.
Like most racers in autocross, Mike Mamiit competed in multiple classes. In 2018, he ended up as class champion in 2 categories, the Experience Stock A and Experience Stock B.
Basically, everything was fun. To sum it up, it was fun and challenging at the same time. Challenging in the sense that you want to get a better time that you had before. Basically, that's it. Fun and challenging.
And does he remember his best and worst rounds?
Best round is, I don't remember what round it is, but I had a pretty good time in that round. I think it was 3 seconds faster than my usual run. And my worst was, I think I was a few seconds behind because of the cones that I ran over.
Mike is looking to step up in class, seeking to challenge himself to do better and successful in tougher competition.
I plan to continue autocross, of course, because this is the first that I had a chance of racing. But I also plan to move up classes and at the same time try different disciplines of races. It's nice to win a few classes. And at the same time, I want to move up in the next season so that it will be more challenging for the coming races.
In 2018, Alexis Lava P found success competing in the Vios class, ending up as class champion after winning 3 of the 8 rounds, including the final and 8th round, which has double points. He also ended up second thrice and third twice.
This season, medyo madali lang siya and kasi since it's my second season, medyo na-prepare naman yung car according to specs and medyo napapractice na ako lalo na sa mga courses ngayong season and yun, mas na-enjoy ko siya ngayon. Actually, ito yung first discipline ko na sinalihan last year. Wala lang, gusto ko lang siyang itry and sabi ko, I think kaya ko naman siya. So, at first, syempre kinakabahan. Yun yung unang-una ko talagang try autocross before ako mag-force. And yun, so humingi ako ng mga tips sa mga veterans, sa mga friends ko. And ayun, so naging successful naman. So, yung first round ko nung first season, second place agad. So, luckily nakakuha agad ng podium finish.
Earning double maximum points perhaps decided the class championship, which made Alexis think the 8th was his best round.
Best round, I think, etong last round. Kasi since double point siya, luckily nakakuha tayo ng first place. And medyo maganda yung performance ng car, especially thankful din ako sa mga sumusuport sa akin, especially sa sponsors and dun sa lubricants and sa mga sumusuport sa akin.
Is Alexis looking forward to competing in the 2019 Autocross season?
Let's see, kasi syempre check ko muna yung budget wise and also yung capacity ng car, kung kaya pa ba, and ano naman talaga it all comes to budget. So kung may extra fund, so yun, kaya naman siguro. For 2019 season, so sana magsimulan ko at matapos ko yung season ng maayos, if papala rin, and may God let me do this season while blessing me throughout the track. And let's see, sana ma-enjoy natin lahat and more racers na sumali dun sa class and sa buong autocross.
In 2018, Kalina was successful in competing in the all-Corolla class, topping the category in 6 of the 8 rounds and coming in second in the last and final round. But to hear him describe his 2018 season, he wasn't as dominant as the points tally sheet suggested.
2018 season was tough. We faced a lot of challenges with the car, different tracks, of course, and different strategies every time we go to the races. And we're very thankful that we have overcame the obstacles and the challenges of 2018 Autocross season.
In fact, Kalina had a great start to the 2018 season. Things turned only bad when engine problems surfaced in the latter rounds.
Well, 2018 season we started okay lang. We recorded faster lap times or track times on the later part of the season. I think that's starting from round 6 onwards. The worst part maybe in Santa Rosa, nung magsa-start pa lang yung race, discovered na yung engine is not doing well, but still managed to finish the race. The last round actually, we were able to finish the engine and be able to run, but we encountered problems during the race. Maybe the last round was the worst, or maybe the not really good round for the 2018 season.
After a good 2018, Kalina is aiming higher for 2019.
Well, 2019, we hope to win, of course, the All Corolla class and also excel in the open categories. Well, hopefully by the end of the 2019 season, we'll be bagging the overall championships as well.
Kalina will have a hard time achieving his 2019 goals, especially if teammate Jeff Borja continues to perform as well as he did in 2018. Jeff Borja topped the Open overall class last year while also ending up as champion in the Open A and Open C classes. Winning is fun.
Well, it's actually very fun kasi nakasama namin yung lahat ng mga sumali from other series. So last year kasi wala sila pero may mga nag-join sila this year. And then I think they also won yung championship dun sa kanilang mga hinahabol na class. So, nag-enjoy ako actually this year more than last year dahil mas maraming sumali pa and then maraming mga newbies din na sumali, which is good kasi para promotion din sa sport. And actually, hindi naman ako na nanalo sa lahat ng rounds So, nagkaroon talaga ng malaking challenge.
And what was Jeff's best and worst rounds?
Actually, I think my best round was round 7 or 6, if I recall, because I was the fastest that day. Out of all of the open class, I think that I was the fastest that day, and that's really hard considering kung ano yung car na ginagamit ko, 1500 single cam engine. I think my worst round was the last round, only because I had a lot of trouble, and then I got to the race late. I think I arrived at the race 2 p.m. because we had last-minute problems with the car in the last round, in the championship round. So that was my worst round from a performance point of view. But I think in the end, it turned out to be good because even if we were, last-minute preparations and everything or last-minute problems, we were still able to overcome that. So in a way, it wasn't exactly the worst round, but it was really, it was the most memorable because it was the most difficult.
Perhaps what made it fun and tough at the same time for Jeff was having a teammate and good friends as rivals.
Actually, the funny thing is that my chief rival for the open class overall was Kalina and Robert Tan. Kalina is actually one of my teammates, so that was a little bit difficult because I also want him to perform well, but at the same time I also have to beat him. So that's difficult in that sense. And then si Robert naman is a good friend, and I know that he has a really fast car right now. So in the last few rounds, I actually had a difficult time trying to beat him because I knew he had a really fast car since round 4 or 5, I think. And the Jazz was really having a hard time to keep up. But thankfully, sometimes we were able to beat him, sometimes not. But enough points to get the championship for the year.
Jeff Borja is looking to be back in the running for the Open Overall Championship this year.
For 2019, I think I want to help my teammates to win their championships, and then of course I still want to win my championship. Then I think I want to also try go back to circuit racing, which is where I really started in circuit racing, and then do also some endurance racing. As we did some endurance racing in 2019 twice. I was also lucky enough to win with my team in June for the Kalina Cup. So hopefully we can do more of that in 2019, and then also the Philippine Touring Car Championship, as well as the Philippine Autocross Championship. And if there's still time and money in between, then maybe we can we can try other series as well.
Finally, we got to talk with the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series overall champion Milo Rivera to ask him about his experience crossing over from slaloms to compete in autocross.
Roller coaster ride, I have to say. Although we've come out on top for both championships in slalom and autocross, the journey and the challenges that came along with it were just inexplainable. We've had to deal with so much problems, we've had to deal with so much issues, and we're just really glad to be champions either way. But it's a good memory to keep along with us, regardless of the results, race by race. Because it's not only a year of success, but it was also a year of learnings.
And what were the rounds in the 2018 autocross season that were most memorable in Milo's roller coaster ride to the championship?
Best round would probably be the last round, the 8th leg, where it was just down to the wire between Carlos and I. We were just separated by a few points, and a win in certain positions, although there were certain permutations that would change the outcome of the championship, which made it very, very challenging, very, very spicy for everybody to witness. We're lucky to come out on top with that. Good thing we were able to bag the win as well after a grueling battle with Carlos as expected. So the race itself was challenging and fun, and the outcome was very, very fruitful. For the worst round, however, would have been the 6th round, where if we had won that, the championship would have been somehow done. We were favored to win that race. However, when the track conditions started to be a little bit better, Carlos was able to set a really good time, and just when I was about to return the favor, the car broke down, which resulted for us to not finish the race anymore. Although we only finished second that race, it was a chance that slipped away.
Even before the end of the autocross season, or even the slalom season, Milo Rivera has been talking about perhaps retiring the Green Starlet, at least from full-time competition in both disciplines, which may or may not be good news for both fans and his rivals.
Well, I guess there's nothing really more to ask for when it comes to the Autocross Championships for this year. We have the same names gunning for the titles. Probably the only guy missing is going to be me. But I will be racing some races, but not to gun for the championship. Just to have a little bit of fun, enjoy, and of course, with how long I've been racing, parking lot racing, so to speak, sometimes it's hard to get away with it. But with the championship, you obviously have drivers excelling, starting to become better as the years go by. And you have the elite drivers like, Stefano, my brother, you have the Antons, you have Danby, and the others who are there to just gun it out and go for the win any single time of the day. So we never know. The fact that we don't know how things will be just makes it a lot more exciting, and very, very much looking forward to see how it ends up.
So what series and where is Milo Rivera going to compete in this year?
There are actually a lot of opportunities for us out there. We have the Touring Car Championships this year. We also might have to race some championships abroad. Never know. I'd like to be optimistic. But whichever happens, whichever is presented to us this year, we'll take the opportunity and, we'd fight either way. But for the meantime, it's just probably circuit racing, mostly going back to the racetrack, and we'll just see how things go from there. The Starlet is still there, still alive and well. It's just a matter of deciding if we should race it or not.
With Milo Rivera out of autocross or slaloms for that matter, or at least without him battling for titles this year, it will be quite interesting to see who will emerge as contenders for both championships. Race weekend will surely be there chronicling these interesting motorsport storylines for you, our faithful viewers.